Hey y'all, how are all my beautiful friends doing? I hope y'all all are having a great week so far, and welcome back to Crime Time with Mal. Today's video is about Natasha Boykin. Have y'all heard about this case? Natasha was 24 years old when she was found deceased in her boyfriend's apartment in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Police and medical examiner believe that she did this herself, but Natasha's mom, Angel, is adamant she did not do this. Natasha was a very happy and bubbly girl, and she was also very tiny. She was only 4'10", and she even had a special pillow so that she could reach the pedals to her car. Although this girl was very helpful and caring and loving, she did not take crap from anyone. She knew exactly how to stand up for herself. But Natasha was also very sad. She was unfortunately dealing with the loss of one of her very close friends that died in Iraq, and she was also going through a divorce. Her husband had filed for a divorce, and Natasha ended up living with her mom. But things started to look up for this beautiful girl, and she ended up starting to date a guy named Willis Casey White. The two of them met at a club, and Casey was 15 years older than Natasha. But his family, her mom, they all socialized in the same group of friends, so they kind of were familiar with each other. But Angel, Natasha's mom, said that their relationship was doomed from the start. Casey ended up telling Natasha that he only wanted to date on Wednesdays and Sundays, but she was not allowed to date anyone else. Excuse me? Casey also recently was going through a divorce, so I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt through that. He just wanted to take things slow. But Natasha was not really buying that whole story. Angel says that Natasha always felt like there was somebody else, but Natasha just really couldn't prove anything. She ended up texting him that night and said that she has a hole in her heart, which that kind of is a red flag to me, kind of is very bizarre, and y'all will see why in a second. She also said that she was sorry that she cared and sorry that she came on too strong. On the night of November 10th, 2009, Casey told Natasha that he was going to have a guys' night and he was going out with his friends to a bar. So, Natasha plans a girls' night and she calls up one of her girlfriends, Miranda. But just before Natasha left for this girls' night, she called up her mom and told her that she has something to tell her and she would probably be mad. Her mom said, "What is it?" And Natasha just said, "I cannot tell you right now, but once again, you were right all along." And if you are young, a little word of advice. I know we don't like to listen to our parents because we don't think that they know everything, and we don't. But 99% of the time, we do have that mother's instinct that when somebody is not good enough for you or they feel off, listen to your mama. Because now Angel cannot get out of her head what it was that Natasha had to tell her. Angel receives a phone call the next day saying that her daughter has passed away. Miranda was brought in for questioning.
We're investigating a death investigation.
Natasha died.
Mm.
Oh my God. Did she do it to herself? I'm really upset about her friend dying. Did it be her?
What do you mean?
She said she wished it was her that was dead.
Her friend?
Instead of her friend.
She said that they went out around 9:30 p.m. and they went out to a few different bars around Jacksonville Beach, hoping to not see Casey, but they ended up seeing him. They ran into him at a club called the Ritz, and 2 hours later, Casey returns to his apartment. He tells cops he expected to find Natasha curled up in his bed, but instead, he found her laying on the ground, dead.
As far as I was concerned, we had a great time. And then I said, "Hey, see you, baby," and she left and I left, and I was hoping I'd see her at the house.
Beach 911.
I think she just killed herself. I just came home, and she shot herself right in the chest.
Is she breathing at all, sir?
No, she's dead.
How was she laying?
On her back.
And how were her arms?
I don't remember how this one was sort of like this.
Did you move her at all?
No,
Touch her?
I did not touch her. picked the gun up and put it back where it was supposed to be.
Shoot her?
No, absolutely not.
Is it possible that somebody did that to her?
Natasha shot herself with a .357 Magnum that Casey kept beside his bed. There was a hole in her heart that killed her almost instantly. But Angel says his story does not line up with the crime scene. There was a trail of blood going throughout the house, and Natasha had bruises all along her face, neck, and other parts of her body. Jacksonville PD performed a standard weapon residue test on Casey's hands as well as Natasha's hands. They both tested positive. Also, a crime scene photo shows that Casey appears to have stippling, weapon powder residue all across his forehead.
I also want to point out the white particles under his nose, and one of his eyes seemed to be a lot more red than the other. I mean, in my experience with substances, I know what that could be from. And what is under his pant leg right here? Nothing from him was confiscated. What is that?
After processing the crime scene and the autopsy, medical examiner and the police department came back and ruled her death a suicide. Angel is in complete shock and tells them they are wrong. But police say that Natasha drove to his apartment, grabbed his loaded weapon, and shot herself in the chest. But the weird thing about this all is Natasha's jeans were unzipped. Her panties were inside out, and the bullet went through her breast implant, but there was no hole in her bra. Plus, this blood trail. The police admit that Natasha rolled on her back after she was fatally shot. How? Excuse me. How does that happen? In Casey's initial interview, he admits that he did move the weapon, but he did not move Natasha. So I'm not sure, but can you get like weapon powder residue on your hands just from moving a weapon? I thought you actually had to be the one that fired it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know down in the comments. But how did he get the residue, if that's what it was, on his forehead? That was not tested, by the way. They did not test his forehead. But allegedly, there was a text message sent from Natasha's phone to Casey's phone at 2:40 in the morning saying, "I'm at your apartment and thanks for keeping the weapon loaded." Cops claim that was an admission to his text, and it was sent moments before she pulled the trigger. Miranda claims that Natasha was depressed and she was upset about losing her friend and that her ex-husband had cut her off financially. But Angel claims she was not depressed. Angel stayed up almost 24 hours just going over Natasha's case, studying it, looking at pictures. She was sure her daughter did not do this. And Angel found a picture of Natasha's jeans. There was blood on the inside of them. Also, the bruising on her forehead. So Angel hired a PI to prove that she was not just a grieving mother that could not accept the death of her daughter. This PI has been a PI for 28 years and he has worked on hundreds of cases. And he does think it is odd that after a night of partying, her panties are inside out and her pants are unzipped. Like, she didn't go party and then right before she decided to take her own life, flip her underwear inside out and unzip her pants. And then got up after she did this to herself, went to the bathroom, and then went back out and laid back on the floor in a different position. That just makes no sense. The bullet hole was in the center of her back, but again, there was no hole in her bra. So how is that even possible? Also, when Natasha sent that text to Casey, they used cell phone tower pings and it showed that she was moving and she was not at that location. The PI thinks that she was somewhere else and then brought there and it was staged to look like a scene. A year after Natasha's death, police bring Casey back in for more questioning.
Just out of the blue, she goes to your apartment and uses your gun and kills herself?
Yeah. Didn't move her. There's a lot of weird unanswered questions, and I promise you I wish I had the answers for you. Believe me.
And at Natasha's funeral, Casey shows up with Natasha's best friend, Courtney. Cops just say that Casey moved her body and just doesn't remember. Even in the medical examiner report, it says that Natasha was moved on her back by her boyfriend, Casey. So let me get this straight. They're just giving Casey the benefit of the doubt of not remembering? Now, as for the weapon powder on Casey's forehead, cops asked him what it was, and Casey says it was dirt.
I mean, there's some bushes on that driveway. Maybe when I was going around the car, I hit the bushes with my head or something when I was going out downstairs. Is it dirt, or I don't even know what it is?
That was that. They never tested it, and I don't believe they ever questioned him about it again. And somebody really could have just sent that text that Natasha sent to Casey as a cover-up. People do that all the time. They send a text from somebody else's phone to make it look like that other person. We all know this. There was also less than a quarter pint of at the crime scene, but medical examiner said that her body was missing 4 pints. Where did the rest of it go? Angel now brings in Dr. Jonathan Arden, who is a forensic pathologist who worked on the DC sniper case and a few other pretty big cases to review Natasha's death. He says there were issues, and the dirt on Casey's forehead does look like stippling. Dr. Arden says that in order for Casey to get that on his forehead, he had to have been maximum 2 feet away from the weapon when it was fired. He also noted that an imprint of Natasha's bra is over the bullet hole on Natasha's back. So that means it was either moved down or someone unfastened it and then fastened it back after the fact. In his opinion, it should be ruled as undetermined. So Angel shows police her findings and calls them with Dr. Arden. They bring Casey back in for questioning again, and Casey agrees to a polygraph test.
She was a nice girl. I have no reason to harm her, and I would love to have everybody know what happened for closure, especially her mother.
My faith is in polygraphs. You could pass a JSO polygraph, I'd be comfortable.
He passed. There were 3 questions asked in this polygraph test. Were you there when she shot herself? He said no. When she shot herself, were you there? He said no. He said of course he passed because she did not shoot herself. Now Casey is with Courtney, Natasha's best friend. This is insane. And y'all, let me know what you think. Those 3 questions, I know I only said 2 questions, but they were exactly the similar, just in a different context. In my opinion, they should have asked different questions that involved Casey pulling the trigger. You know, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not saying this man's guilty. I'm not saying he's innocent. But it's very suspicious. And poor Angel just wants to honestly know the truth. I feel like law enforcement just gave Casey way too much of the benefit of the doubt, and seems like they did not do their job properly. I don't know why Florida just feels like, on a lot of cases I have covered, especially the Brian Laundrie case, they just slack, honestly. I don't know if it's because they have so many cases they can't dedicate their time. I don't know. Maybe they need to hire some more people. I don't know, but it's very suspicious to me. So again, y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to help spread awareness for Natasha and help get Angel some closure on her baby girl. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video. And I will see y'all in Friday's video. Y'all, please be safe out there. Please be aware of your surroundings. Take self-defense classes if you can, because it can only help. Classes like that will never hurt, except for the perpetrator that's trying to hurt you. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope y'all all have a wonderful week, and I love y'all so very, very, very much, and I will see you next time. Bye, y'all. Bye, 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 bye.